Okay. So meanwhile, others, I know others might be very comfortable. For the benefit of few students, I'm discussing something. So if you know it, great. If you don't know, Priya, no, it's not 1.1, Priya. Let's concentrate. Okay. What I'm discussing now is to help you in solving this question. Let's assume a new question. Someone asks you root x is equal to 2. Find the value of x. How do you do it? So root of x is equal to 2 and someone is asking you to find out the value of x. Now, so here I'm squaring on both sides. So there's a fundamental which we call it as squaring on both sides. Now, let's quickly learn, does the value of the number change if we square on both sides? Let's take some examples in life. Okay, if we have, say, can I say 2 is equal to 2? Can I say 2 is equal to 2? Yes, 2 is equal to 2. If I square on both sides, so 2 square is equal to 2 square. Is it correct? Yes, 2 square is how much? 4. Left hand side will also become 4 and right hand side 2 square will become 4. Can I say they are equal? Yes, they are. Now if I have, say, 3 is equal to 3, squaring 3, 3 square is 9, squaring 3, 3 square is 9. Will they be equal? Yes, they will be equal. So we are allowed to do squaring on both sides in mathematics. There is one situation which will not satisfy. We'll come there later in your life. At the moment, we can stick to this, squaring on both sides. So if I square root x, now what do you mean by squaring root x? I am writing root x multiplied with root x or root x whole square. Root x whole square. That should be equal to 2 square. Okay, now what do you mean by root x whole square? People might be knowing, you might be knowing root x into root x is nothing but x. People who don't know, please concentrate. What do you mean by root x? Root x means x to the power of 1 by 2. X to the power of 1 by 2 whole square. Root x is nothing but x to the power of 1 by 2 whole square. And on the right hand side, you have 2 square is equal to 4. Now x to the power of 1 by 2 whole square. We have learned a to the power of m whole to the power of n is equal to a to the power of mn. Did we learn this? Hitansh, did you learn this in school? A to the power of m whole to the power of n is a to the power of mn.
No, sir.
You never learned this? Okay. Okay. So, okay. What about others? How many of you know that a power m whole power n is a power mn? If you know, say yes. If you don't know, say no in the chat box. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. So it's basically a separate class to understand that, Hitansh. For now, I don't want to go into the things that are not.
I have learned it.
Okay, good. So x to the power of 1 by 2 whole square will be your 1 by 2, your x to the power of 1 by 2 into 2. So your 1 by 2 into 2 is 2 ones are 2 ones are 1 by 2 into 2 will be 1. So your x is equal to 4. So that gives you that x, the value of x. Let me erase this piece. Let me erase this piece quickly. So you can see that your x is equal to 4. So basically what you have learned just now is root x is equal to 2. If you square on both sides, root x will become x. Your 2 square will become 4. Simply your x is equal to 4. It's a one-step thing, but I'm explaining this in detail for your learning. Now let's come back to the question. Now basically this question also, the best way to solve this problem is squaring on both sides. We write it as SOBS, squaring on both sides. When I square this, so that means root of x minus 0.96 whole square is equal to 1 by 5 whole square. 1 by 5. 1 by 5 whole square will be 1 by 25. 1 by 5 whole square is 1 by 25. That's one way of doing it. Few students might do 1 by 5 as 0.2 and 0.2 you will square. Either ways it's okay. Now root, we just now learned root x whole square. Root x whole square will always give you x, root x whole square, because the square root and square will get cancelled and will give you x. Therefore, root of x minus 0.96 whole square will give you x minus 0.96. Now coming to the right hand side, 1 by 25. What is the value of 1 by 25? Anyone? What's the value of 1 by 25? If you divide 1 by 25, how do you divide 1 by 25? Do you know how to divide 1 by 25? So you will, when you divide, you put a point. It's not divisible, you put 1 0. It is also not divisible, you take another 0. So you put 0 here, 25 fours are. So basically it's 0.04. People who don't know how to do this way, there's another way to do it. You want to divide 1 by 25. How do you calculate? You don't know how to do it. Okay. So you put a point. So you put a 0. Right. I'm teaching you fundamental division. 25, is it divisible? Is 10 divisible by 25? No. You put another 0 and put 0 here. Now you have 100. 25 fours is 100. Therefore, when you divide 1 by 25, the value of this is 0.04. If you still don't know how to do this, I can wait after the class. I can teach you. If anyone wants to stay back and learn this, you put it in the private chat that you need help. I'm available to explain that also. So now let's come back. So the problem is x is equal to 0.04. This minus 0.96, if it goes on the right hand side, will be plus 0.96. So if you add up, the value of x will be 1. If you just add this 0.04 and 0.96, I'm sure you know how to add that. That'll give you 1. So Priya, I hope you understood where you went wrong. Okay. People who still struggle to add this, let me change the color and quickly add that also for you. People who are struggling, it's very simple. 0.96. You want to add 0.04. 6 plus 4 is 10. 1 carry. 9 plus 1, 10. 1 carry. 1 plus 0 plus 0. 1.00 is nothing but 1. Okay? Very good. Let's go further. So this is an easy question. I'm skipping this. This is also easy. Solve this. Okay. So already 2 of them have already got the answer. So let me skip this question. Anyone needs help? Tell me later. Maybe I would like to give one good problem which we are going to discuss in the next class of mathematics will be with tough questions because we have done fundamentals today. Okay. Let me give you one good question before we end the class today. Okay, so before I give the next problem, let me explain how do you handle questions like this. Okay, so let's do this. So he's saying the denominator of a fraction is greater than its numerator by 8. The denominator of a fraction is greater than its numerator by 8. So there is numerator. You know, when we have a fraction, something like whenever we have a fraction, something like a by b, your a is called numerator and b is called denominator. So he's saying the denominator of a fraction is greater than its numerator by 8. So your denominator is greater than its numerator by 8. Now as we are solving linear equations in one variable, so we have to assume some variable here because we don't know. So did he give you what is the numerator, what is the denominator? He did not give you. But he told you that the denominator of a fraction is greater than its numerator by 8. Greater than its numerator by 8. So what it means is if I assume the numerator to be x. So if I assume the numerator to be x, he's saying that the denominator is x plus 8. That's what he's trying to tell you. So you should know how to frame an equation. So for that, you need to able to write variables out of a word problem. So here, when he's saying that the denominator of a fraction is greater than its numerator by 8, so if I assume numerator to be x, your denominator is 8 more than x. So how do you write a number 8 more than x? You write it as x plus 8. Now the question is, he's saying if the numerator is increased by 17. So if the numerator is increased by 17, so if the numerator is increased by 17, that means x plus 17. And he's saying, and the denominator is decreased by 1. Now what do you mean by denominator is decreased by 1? So if I increase the numerator by 17, the new numerator will be x plus 17. Please observe this. If your numerator is increased by 17, your new numerator will be x plus 17. Now he's saying, and denominator is decreased by 1. If your denominator is x plus 8, initial denominator, if it is reduced by 1, if it is decreased by 1, that means it's going to become x plus 8 minus 1. What do you mean by x plus 8 minus 1? It will be x plus 7. And he's telling you something. He's saying the fraction becomes 2. Then the fraction, if I increase the numerator by 17, which is x plus 17, if I reduce the denominator by minus 1, which is x plus 7, he's saying the new fraction becomes 2. So what do you mean by new fraction? The new fraction is nothing but the new numerator, which is x plus 17, divided by your new denominator, which is x plus 7. He's saying your x plus 17 by x plus 7, the fraction becomes 2. That means this value will be equal to 2. Now this value is given to you as 2. Now you are supposed to calculate the value of x. How will you do it? Very simple. Whenever you have a by b is equal to say 2, what do? You cross multiply, right? You can multiply it that way. So your x plus 17 will be equal to this x plus 7 will be multiplied there, that cross multiplied. That means 2 times of x plus 7. That will become 2 times of x plus 7. Therefore, your x plus 17 is equal to 2 into x is 2x. And your 2 into 7 will be 2 sevens are 14. Right? Now what can you do? You can simply, there are 2x on that side, you have x on this side, so you can take this x on that side. So you can bring 14, you can transpose this 14 on this side. So it will become 17 minus 14 is equal to, this is 2x, this plus x if it goes on that side will be minus x. So you have 17 minus 14 is equal to 3. That should be equal to 2x minus x is x. So you get 3 is equal to x. That means you got the value of x is equal to 3. So 3 is equal to x. What do you mean by that? It's nothing but x is equal to 3. So I'm just taken it on the right hand side. Therefore you have x is equal to 3. So you got the value of x is equal to 3. So he's asking you what is the fraction. So what is the initial fraction? So you got initial numerator x is equal to 3. You got this value as 3. Let me write it with a different pen for you to understand. If this is 3, what is the value of x plus 8? 3 plus 8 will be 11. So that means your initial numerator is 3, your initial denominator is 11. So the initial fraction is 3 by 11. Is there anyone who did not understand this? Please tell me so that I'll explain differently, or I'll try to help you if you have not understood.